yeah. You can hate, but I got tunnel vision, yeah. They be running like a mile a minute, yeah. But stay on track, cause I know the mission, yeah. On a mission, yeah. Whoa. Don't know what your position is.
Welcome to the On a Mission podcast, episode 6. It's your host, Jay Ali. You know, on this podcast, we talk politics, sports, we get into business, we talk music. Shit, we may even talk relationships. Today, we got a special episode. I got my big homie with me, KG. And I got my family, my brother, my cousin, Brother Hakeem in the building with us. Say what up.
What's the deal? What's the deal?
So what's up with y'all, man? What's going on?
Oh, nothing, man. Chilling, man.
What's happening? What's up, world? This is a good episode. We're going to get a lot on the table today.
Yeah.
You know what? I think we should just hop right into this relationship stuff, man. What we got, KG? You had a great topic.
So I want to know, I got a question. What is the keys to a successful relationship? What is the most important parts that form a successful relationship?
For me, it's communication and honesty. Those are the two major keys. You know how they DJ Khaled major key back in the day? That's the two major keys for me.
100. That is the most important major keys to a relationship by far is honesty and communication.
What about loyalty?
I think
Where does
with
that fall?
honesty and communication you can gain loyalty.
Okay. Got you.
Loyalty is very, very, very big too, though.
No, it's definitely a big one. Loyalty is key. I mean, it's probably like 1,000 of them, but let's try to see if we can come up with 10 right now. So we got communication, honesty, we got loyalty. What else?
Compromise.
Compromise. Why so compromise? Why would you say compromise?
Because a relationship is give and take. Like, it's certain things that I'm into and that I do on my daily habits when I'm alone, by myself. But I got to sacrifice some of those things to be with you. You know what I'm saying? So, and she has to do likewise, because there's certain things that she do on the daily when she's by herself, but she got to sacrifice those things to be with me. So it's like, it's a compromise. Like, we gotta, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
You know, I agree with you because I just had this conversation with my girl. Like, she usually eats early in the day if she's not with me. But when she's with me, she tends to eat later on in the day. So I said, no, let's compromise and start eating at the times you eat. But she's like, but you have a different workout plan. You're working out and you eat different.
Yeah.
So, but we're trying to figure out a way where we can both be satisfied, where she's not eating too late and I'm not eating too early or eating more meals than I need to in a day.
yeah, because I think that without compromise, it can't be a successful relationship, because you gotta sacrifice something in order to make her happy. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just have everything your way all the time, and vice versa.
No,
with
I
her.
agree. I agree with that.
If one party in a relationship doesn't compromise, I don't think it could work. It could work for a certain amount of time, but eventually it's gonna blow up because,
Yeah, like you said, I think it's easier to lay everything out on the table. And like you said, compromise. Everything we talked about, I think is key because, you won't have any issues.
Because one person is gonna get resentful because they feel like you being selfish.
Yeah, 100%.
If you don't compromise nothing. So that's a big one. What's another one?
Compromise, honesty, loyalty. Well, what if somebody's not being honest in a relationship?
That's a major red flag. If I can't trust you, I can't be with you.
But how would you know that right off top?
You won't, because when you first meet somebody, you're not really meeting the genuine person. You meeting their representative. If they want you or they like you or they want to spend time with you, no matter what their plan is for you, if they only want you for a week or two or if they want you for life, they're going to put on their best behavior to get what they want. So you just meeting the representative at first.
Facts.
So
Facts.
my question is, when does the representative leave? After a year? How come? What if you have
The representative leave once you get comfortable, I think. You know, once
that
you get
makes sense.
comfortable, then it's like now the representative gone. You know?
Yeah.
So it's no set timeline for that. It's just because, like, I've always heard and been told that you'll never know who somebody really is until you live with them.
Yeah.
That's key.
That's facts.
So once
That's
you live
key.
with somebody and then they get comfortable, that's when you start seeing like
the insecurities,
everything.
everything. Yeah.
But I think it works for us being on that side too. Once I'm comfortable, then I know I could be myself 100%. I ain't no more. I know, okay, this is what I get irritated about. Take it or leave it. You know what
Well,
I
yeah,
mean?
it goes both ways. Yeah,
Yeah.
you are you putting on your representative too because you on your best behavior. You trying to impress this person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It does go both ways. You're right. Yeah, because you wanna be on your best behavior when you first meet somebody. You don't want them to see who you are in the beginning, so you're gonna be like, okay, this is who I am, and you're gonna be like super perfect in the beginning, but and that's the representative. But once you get comfortable, the representative goes out.
But I think it's key to always have that honesty in the beginning because you don't have nothing to worry about. As you being younger, you know, we can sit here and be like, "Oh, I ain't talking to nobody but you." It's like, why are you lying, bro?
Yeah.
Just keep it 100. It's so much easier. Look, I always say it like this. I break it down like this. Here's the cards. I got this going on. I'm doing this. This is going on. Can you handle this? If you can handle this, then we can make this work.
Now most people gonna say yes off the bat because they want what they want, so they gonna say whatever to get it.
Yeah.
Only time is gonna reveal whether that's true or not.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that. And for us too. Like, oh, I have this, and this, and this. Well, I got to handle that. I got to be able to be willing to deal with that because you're going to compromise. Nobody's perfect.
So what we got, like 5 now?
I think 5. It's going to keep growing. I think those are like the major branches, and then it just breaks down into things after that.
Is respect
Yeah.
one?
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Respect is one. For example, we all can sit here on this show. If a girl that you dating say, where we at in the time? Oh, we 8 minutes in. We can cuss now. If she say you a bitch ass nigga, that's not
no respect
Once
for
a
you.
woman lose respect for you, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
Ain't
Yeah.
no
You're
coming
not.
back.
You're not coming back from that.
Well, you
You're
got to
not.
check that off bat because she might be used to saying that type of shit to her old dude.
Yeah.
So she might bring bad habits into the new relationship, but you
Well,
got to
she-
check
look,
that shit right off the bat.
She got 14 days. A new habit is formed in 14 days.
It's 30 days. I thought it was 30.
It's 14. It
Okay.
take for a habit to form. Well, I'll give him 14. You got 2 weeks to let that go.
That part. All right.
Nah, but you gotta do your due diligence though. If she call you out your name or disrespect you, you gotta check that shit right in and there. You can't just let shit go because it's gonna keep happening and it's gonna get worse and worse and worse.
Well,
You gotta
ain't-
check it the first time.
100. When you
And-
express how you feel and just always be able to have them tough conversations, it makes the relationship easier. I'm
Yeah.
not a person that I always tell my girl, we're not going to sleep mad. We're going to talk about whatever we need to. Because I'm not going to sleep upset. You know what I'm saying? So we need to make this right before we go to bed, or I'm going to keep waking you up.
That's how you know. That's how you know if you could
Damn.
continue on a relationship with somebody too, because she might not be mature enough to get it out right then and there. You know what I mean? To communicate.
You know what I learned being in a relationship is learning time.
Learning time.
And when I mean like learning time is like you may want to attack something right then and there. Like I'm gonna speak my piece, but I have to give her time to process it. Like everybody is different. I'm a person like, no, we need to talk right now. She may say, hey, no, let me just run to the store real quick. I need 30 minutes. Or
I feel
something.
you on that though.
You know what
'cause
I'm
I'm
saying?
like that. I
Because
don't
maybe
like
she
letting
might
shit
not be in
linger.
the right headspace, and maybe she might snap on you when you want to talk, and it might not be good for her. So that's why she probably might need that. Because I've been in a relationship for the last relationship I was in for 5 years. She would never like to talk about things. She would sweep everything under the rug. And I come from like, well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. She's like, no, I don't want to talk about it. So the next day I will wake up and she'd be like, hey, good morning. And she would try to forget all about it. And I had to go along with her because she wasn't confrontational like that.
Mm.
And so like every day, like if I'm like, well, no, we need to talk about this. She's like, I don't want to talk about it. She'll hang up and she'll run from it. And so then I just started going along with her like, okay, this is just what it is.
Right,
and then
right.
I'll just be like, if she say good morning, I'll say good morning, hey, and we'll forget about it and we'll move on. But it's only certain things, it's only so many times you can keep running from certain things. I feel like certain things need to be addressed, because if you keep sweeping things under a rug, then after a while it can become a big problem. You know what I mean?
No, 100%. I
100.
agree. I agree with
That's
that
100.
100%. Cause yeah, like the more and more you hold on to shit, you gonna just blow up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you don't want to have that, so that's why I like, nah, let's talk about it. And then, like, a lot of arguments be irritation arguments. Like, we in this house, you know, we just
Small
need some
shit.
space. Small shit. It don't be nothing majorly crazy.
Yeah.
But it's still good to like, well,
No.
I didn't know you felt that way.
No, I feel that. I
Yeah.
feel like, and I agree with that. I feel like certain things, it's like, nah, I agree. And that's what I used to love about her, because it's certain things, like, you don't need to argue about it, but there's certain things you do need to talk about. It's like, we can't sweep that under the rug, but we can sweep that under the rug and be like, hey, good morning,
Yeah.
the next day, and act like nothing ever happened. But certain things, it's like, you know, it's a time and place for everything. You know what I'm saying?
The fact that you had a chick that was non-confrontational like that, that's a blessing.
It is. But I mean, you
Because
know,
a lot of the females I done had, they argumentative.
yeah.
Like they want to get it out.
Yeah.
I think it's a healthy way to get it out, though. Like, I learned, like, being at the age I am now, it's really no room for yelling no more.
That's what I be saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's what I be saying.
Because you got a man brain. See,
But no.
we think logically.
but I'm
That's
saying,
the
but see,
logical
that's our
thing.
nature. Men supposed to think rationally, women think emotionally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But instead of me getting mad, I'm like, damn, man, is it really that serious for me to be, what are you doing? Yelling. It's like, no, I need to be like, you know what? Let me just run to the gym real quick. While you know, I'm gonna just go to the gym, or I'm gonna just do something else, or, you know what I'm saying? I'm being real calm now, and I noticed that. Like,
That's the same thing I do now. Now it's like we are adults. We should be able to talk. But then, like, certain times, I'm not gonna lie, in my last relationship, I'll be talking to her, but then I think it's certain trigger words that'll make her raise her voice. And then,
Yeah.
like, get loud and like, ah, ah. But I'm like, but I'm talking to you like
Yeah,
an
100.
adult.
That's
Yeah,
females
You
though.
should
They
be
deal
able
with
to
emotion.
talk. But like,
well, I can't even put it on the female because these new niggas.
These new niggas do be emotional too.
These
Yeah.
niggas be emotional as hell. I can't even. The female be more rational now.
But the
Yeah.
thing is with them is because a lot of niggas grow up with no daddy.
You think
That's
so?
what it is. So they have a lot of women traits.
You think that's what it is?
I think so. I think a lot of dudes be feminine because they grow up around women and they take on those traits that they learn. I think it's learned behavior.
But what if you got it's niggas that got two parents in the household.
Yeah.
Pop's there, mom there, and they still be new
But
niggas.
sometimes that don't really mean nothing.
Because Pops is there financially probably, but he not probably
Yeah.
there like
Mentally.
to teach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's not giving him gems or giving him the game. Or Pops might not be a real man himself. He might just be a provider.
Yep.
Well, you hear like a lot of older folks saying it's kids raising kids now. And I'm gonna look at the camera because you niggas that don't know how to change tires and put oil in the car, you
That's
really need to learn
wow.
something, man. It's bad.
That's
like,
wow.
It was a cat, the young cat. He had a brand new Jeep, the Wrangler or whatever. Tires on the back of the car. This dude didn't even know how to take it off and change the tire. Like, oh my God, I don't have AAA.
Yeah.
Hey, nigga, you better figure it out. You got all the tools you need to
I don't hear
open
all
this
that
car.
shit. I remember like nigga, stealing my mama car and the tire going flat. I had to fix it. I had to
You had
learn
to
it.
figure it out
You had
before
to
you bring
figure
it
it
back.
out before I had to bring that car back. Fuck all that. So like, yeah, I don't want to hear all that. Like, I come from that era. Like, shit, you had to figure it out. Like, not like that, but I mean, it was just certain situations. Like, you had to learn as you go. And
So
yeah.
you know, you been around my pops.
Oh yeah.
I remember one time I was trying to do something and I fell on the ground and I scraped like my hand. He's like, man, I ain't nothing, man. Put some saliva on it. Just do that, man. You all right? Get up.
But see, we come from that era. But see, like and that, like you said, I've been around your pops. But see, I did that with my kids too.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I wasn't holding their hands at a certain age. Like when they hit like 6 and 7. Like my boys, when I'm walking with both of my sons, they grown now, 18 and 23. But when I'm walking with both of them at like 8 and like whatever the age difference they was, I'm not holding their hands. Like come on, we walking to the park. They bailing in front of me. Like
Yeah,
I'm not doing all that because I had
Yeah.
to train them to be like men. Like how I was. They fall down, get up.
Yeah, get up. That's
Hurry up
that's-
and get up. It's like I had to train them to be like young boys growing into men.
Yeah.
Like it ain't no holding hands, and when you cry, I'm picking you up and like, come here, boy.
Nah.
Like no.
None of that. Nah,
Taking
nah.
the bottle out your mouth early and all that. Like, cause I grew up like, you know what I'm saying?
Ain't no
like,
pacifiers in the mouth around this
that
motherfucker.
part. That
But
part.
you know, little boys especially can sense the man energy.
That's
they
true.
can.
That's true.
Like with their mama, they be like, "Hey man, stop all that crying."
They
And
know
then
who they
be-
can get away
They
with
be
that
like,
with.
"Oh,
Well,
no."
yeah, the mama's supposed to be able to be like, I'm gonna tell your daddy,
yeah,
and that's
yeah,
supposed
yeah.
to spark
Yeah.
fear in you. You know
That's
what I
Exactly.
mean?
bro.
No,
That's
you're right,
like,
you're right.
bro. I remember one time. Quick story. I was playing PlayStation. My pop said, "Hey man, what y'all doing at the house?" I'm like, "We playing a game right now." He said, "First of all, nigga, who you talking to?" Like, he said, "Who the hell you talking to?" And he said, "Get off that game and read a book." I said, "Man, you like 4,000 miles away, ain't you?"
You ain't never telling
No,
him that.
man, I'll call him right now. I said, "You like I was talking crazy." This nigga was in town. My mom had left to go get him from the airport.
So you thought he was out of town.
Thought he was. So when I'm in the house, he comes in and he said,
Wow.
he goes, "So what I tell you?" And I'm just looking at him like I'm shell shocked,
Nigga like
like,
Spooky Johnson.
like I'm shell shocked.
Do the face, Jihad.
And he said, "I'm gonna whoop your ass." But he didn't give me one like right then and there. Like I guess I thought he forgot about it. He got me in from the fight. He went to sleep, was chilling.
Caught you off
We-
guard. He
we
wants you to
dinner.
relax with his
We-
ass whooping. Like, I'm
We-
gonna let this nigga relax with his ass whooping.
We eating dinner. You know, I'm laughing, and I go downstairs to get like some waters and stuff up the car with him. And the lady's like, "Oh, he's getting so big." And he said, "Yeah, he getting beside himself too." But I'm thinking we still in the joking mood. Like, if I was crazy. We get in the house. He said, "Yeah." He said, "You see that belt right there?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "You too old for that. I'm about to give you these, nigga." Pow! Like he took off on my chest.
Is that the first time he ever hit you like that?
Bare hand, nigga. I said, "Oh, no."
Oh.
And then he was like, "You better not fucking cry." And I'm just trying
How
to
old
hold
was
it
you?
back. Like 15? I was like 15. I'm trying to hold it back. I couldn't. The tear came. But he told me, he said, "Don't ever disrespect me like that." He said, "You don't know what I had for you." And he had some games and stuff for us. So it was a lesson. So I was like, "Yeah, I ain't gonna ever talk crazy to him again."
But see, Pops knew. He like, nah, he too old for the belt.
Yeah.
He got to chastise this nigga. He a little big now.
I didn't think it was coming because I seen my older brother get it once.
Yeah.
And he was talking back, and my pops like just was taking off on him, and we was like, that's what, we would make fun of him. Me and my
Little
little,
you know he was that.
me and my little brother be like, hey, come on, reenact me. And I act like my pops, and my little brother be my brother, and I just hit him, like, that's how he felt. Like we would make fun. But then as we got old, it happened.
No, I never had to take off on none of my sons. Thank God. Like, you know.
That's good.
But yeah, that's good. But I think I did a good job of just always talking to them and planting good seeds in them to not do that, you know. But like when they was younger, I did have to. I probably can count on one hand how many times I whoop. Well, we don't do no whoopings. I don't want to say this on camera, but I had to discipline my youngest son, my 18-year-old. He's 18 now. I had to probably do that on one hand. I probably like 3-4 times, but other than that, I really did more talking than anything. I think you have to talk to your kids more than anything. Or whipping is not really good like that. You know, I think more just like talking and planting the right seeds in them and picking their brains, and you know, I think that's more important than anything. I don't think like hitting your kids is not all that.
Well, look,
Good.
I was all right.
Right.
These
Yeah,
new niggas,
I mean-
like it ain't that nigga. They would always say, "We got whooped." Nigga.
Yeah,
I
no,
turned out perfectly.
I got my ass whooped, but you know, I think like I had a lot of more lectures than anything, because I think more lectures is more important, like because you have to talk to them and pick their brain and like get in their head more than anything than whipping them.
Even if it feel like they ain't listening at the time, it's gonna end up being in the back of their head some kind of way.
Yeah, you gotta plant the seed. You gotta plant
Yeah.
the seed. But I'm not saying
Yeah.
like sometimes a whooping, or sometimes certain things might warrant a whooping. I'm not saying that.
A lot of these new niggas need their ass whooped. For real.
Yeah.
That's all it be.
A lot of people in society, like your boss at the job,
That part.
Karens in the grocery store, a lot of people act the way they act because they ain't never had their ass beat before. And they gotta know that shit is real out here. It take an ass whooping to put things in perspective.
Yeah. You
know
know,
what
what
I'm saying?
you know what I used to do when I worked retail the few years that I did? It'd be those kind of bosses and be like, get over here and work now. It's like, man, stop talking to me like that. Just hit them with it. Like, don't talk to me like that, bro.
Yeah.
No, for real,
Like,
because
you gotta
people
let
will
them
go as far as you allow them to.
Yeah, you can. And as I got older, I stopped joking with niggas.
Oh yeah.
Like, do all that, and we was always taught never to play fight and do all of that. But some people try to like clown and do things in a
Take
public
your kindness
place.
for weakness.
Yeah, they will, and you be like, "Hey, man, I don't think you thought this was this. But
Yeah.
it's not going down that way."
Yeah.
I said this before on the pod and I say it again. The older I get, the less tolerance I got for bullshit.
Yeah.
That's what that bar that I love that Lupe got. He said, "I do my duty to stay useless to the fuck shit."
I don't know. Like me, I kind of like, I still joke. I kind of like always been like that. But
No, it's okay to
Don't
joke.
get it twisted. Like I'm still a whole beast inside because like I don't know. Like I think just how I came up and the shit that I've been through. I think that's probably why I joke so much.
But it's cool to joke because you'll have. I'm sorry, I didn't mean
That's
to
just
cut
my
you off.
personality though. But I don't joke too much to where I'm like just jokey, laughy. I know when to and when not to.
But see, you have some people that know certain things about you. Let's say, for example, I still stay with you guys, right?
Yeah.
And then we cool, and then you get in front of some people. You like, that's why that nigga stay with me, and he ain't got this. People do that type of stuff, and that be the thing. Let's say, for
you
example,
saying like
I stay with you, right?
Yeah.
At
Niggas
your house.
violate.
And then I'm like, me and you is laughing, and you make like I'm cool with that nigga got a big head.
Yeah.
Oh, your arms is crazy. But don't bring up personal situations. Some niggas will do that. Like they'll know
Yeah.
something about you and be like, that nigga ain't really. He got 10 cents in his bank account. He just asked me for money. I know people that do shit like that.
Yeah.
no, I wouldn't do nothing like that. But I see what you're saying though. That's
Yeah.
that's like some personal shit. Like, but then like the people you hang around should know better than that's like etiquette, proper
But
etiquette.
that's why you get the people that's not supposed to be around you from around you.
Yeah.
The niggas that's praying for your downfall should not be around you.
Yeah.
And
Like-
you gotta check shit from the jump. You can't let shit linger.
But
Yeah.
then you kind of know when somebody hating. That's like hate right there. That's like
Someti-
blatantly hate. Like, but it's like you trying to. If you doing it like how you saying it like that, that's kind of like you hating it, but you're trying to disguise it as a joke. So you kind of should know as a grown man, like you trying to hate them.
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
trying to
you know,
laugh
yeah.
and joke it off.
Yeah.
So, but
But
no,
sometimes hate don't even come verbally.
it doesn't.
It comes off action.
It does. Yeah, you're right.
Come off action.
You're right. Absolutely right.
Because I'm looking at certain things where you in certain situations, you're like, hey man, yeah, I'm working on this and that. People start scattering like roaches.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait a minute, I thought we was
Yeah.
doing this. We working together on this. And it's like, no, man, yeah. Or they'll try to say, oh, you still doing your little music?
A little.
Belittle you like that though.
Little.
Yeah.
Nah, nothing I do with little, homie.
That's
Yeah.
how it be though. You can't have like hard feelings about it because the people around you or that grew up around you, they never gonna see you as this artist or this producer or this star.
That's
or
true.
They're gonna always see you as Jay. You know what I mean? Like Jay Ali. They're not gonna see you as what you're doing. You know what I mean?
And that's
So-
why you have to separate it. I
people
remember I used to-
monkey see monkey do. Like
Yeah,
when the
that's what-
masses deem you to be a producer or the masses deem you to be a
Then
movie
they start
star
to
or
come
something,
along.
then that's when they start to see you
Which
like
is sad.
But I experienced that even with the videos and what we're doing now, and it's crazy. But it is people that's out there. Like even the quote from the All-Star game. Let's just use this in perspective. Anthony Edwards said, "Hey man, all the guys sitting here resting, that's not playing games." He said, that's whack because there may be one person that's spent their hard-earned money that's never seen you before.
Well, Allen Iverson, he quoted Allen Iverson. He said that a long time
And
ago.
Kobe.
And Kobe. They always used to say that. So
Michael
which
Jordan
is-
too.
Well, they probably got it from Mike, but I mean, like that's a good way to put it, though. Like even if he did get that from them, that is a good way to put it. Like, and a lot of these players got to think about that. Like, you know, when you sitting up here missing these games, it is that one kid that's looking up to say like that spent their hard-earned money or their dad did to have their kid come out and come watch you. And they need to understand that and have that registered like, well, shit, I need to come up and show every night. And that's why Michael Jordan did come up and show every night. Kobe did come up and show every night. Iverson did come up and show every night.
Bron used to be like that. Now,
Yeah, but the rules
now,
have changed.
Yeah.
But I'm using that. I brought that up to say this. That's why it's important to continue doing what we're doing. There's a kid out there that's looking for us to drop this podcast every week, and we got to show up.
Every night.
People hit me like, "Hey man, so you not doing your shit no more?" Oh, these is people that on this channel that's watching. Like, well, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
You not dropping stuff? You know what? Because y'all asked for that, I'm gonna stay consistent.
Yeah.
Because I watched what Jim Jones said. He said
Oh.
being consistent will bring motivation back.
Yeah.
A lot of times we stop stuff because we not motivated. Like, oh yeah, I don't want to do that right now.
Well, if you don't get the instant gratification that you feel you deserve, it's kind of disheartening. You know what I mean?
that's
So,
why you get tunnel vision and just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
You
Just
got to
do
do
it.
it just to do it. You can't do it for the money or the gratification or whatever.
But if you steady consistent in what you're doing, even if the motivation leaves, it'll come back because you steady consistent in what you're doing.
No, that's 100.
Like me, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a chef. I cook, but it's been times, and I've been doing it for a long time. It's been times that I go on autopilot, and I have lost my inspiration. But then, cause I do it so much, I do it a lot, 16 hours a day, a lot. But it has come back to me where I'm like, boom, I get inspired again. Like, fuck. Like, okay, this is what I do this shit for. But then there's times where I can mentally check out and I could just do it on autopilot. And just like, boom. And I could do it with my eyes closed. I could do it sleep, whatever. But then it's times where I like I said, you can lose your motivation at times when you've been doing something for a long time. And then it can come back. And
Yeah.
that's just me being real. But
That's 100%. You're right.
Yeah.
Absolutely right.
So, to sum it all up with relationships, we came up with 6 of the 10, reasons that are very important. What is it? 6 of the, what I'm gonna say?
6 branches or 6.
To a successful relationship.
Yeah.
And that's enough, man. Y'all come up with the 4, the other 4. Shit, we
wait,
gave you 6.
6 what?
6 focal points
Of
that
relationships.
are
For
keys
relationships.
to a successful relationship. So let's break them down. It's honesty.
Mhm.
It was honesty.
Loyalty,
It was loyalty,
Respect,
respect,
compromise.
compromise,
communication.
and
I think it was 5, right?
we didn't come up with one more.
We said compromise. No, we didn't. I think those were the ones we had.
Shit, just run with the 5 then. We gave you honesty, communication, trust, compromise,
yeah.
and respect.
Yeah.
I think you'd be straight with that. If you got that in your relationship, you gold.
Yeah.
Wait, what was it? Communication,
Goody.
respect, loyalty. Yeah,
Com-
which is true.
compromise.
Compromise. And what was the last one?
Communication? Did we say
We
that?
said communication. Yeah, well, we got him on there. So.
Yeah.
Well, what's the next topic, man? Let's move on with the relationship. We
No
can
topics, no more topics. Let's get to our guests here. We got this is, I'm gonna say, not was, but is my best friend. Like a brother from another mother. My boy Hakeem. We grew up together. I moved from the Leimert Park area to Fox Hills. And he moved in our apartment building in Fox Hills. And Jahad moved in our apartment building in Fox Hills.
We got to edit that out. They only JLE, man.
JLE, all right, my bad.
They don't know me as
All right.
Yeah.
So
you could do that again. I'm gonna cut it. I'll cut that
Don't
out.
worry.
all right. So I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna go.
Don't worry about it. Keep going.
Yeah.
So the origins of our relationship is I moved from Lamert Park to the Fox Hills area in Culver City. And then Hakeem moved to the Fox Hills area in the same apartment building. And then Jay Ali moved into the same apartment building. And that's how we all met.
Hey, and
Yeah.
real quick, I want to say one thing to y'all. Don't think that, you know, why I'm a beast and I be killing y'all in basketball is because of this man right here.
Oh, yeah. At one point, this dude, Hakeem, had the most handles in Los Angeles. I don't care what nobody say.
What about
That's
the
a
defense?
fact.
Locksmith. We go back to Locksmith, too.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
man.
was a locksmith. But his handles was unmatched, though. He had so much handles, he was making up moves. Some of the moves you see today, he probably made them up and didn't even get the credit for it. That's how much handles this dude. This dude
You know
had
what
the
he
most
used to
handles.
say? We used to go to, this is back in the day, we used to go to John's Market. He used to be like, you got to take the ball with you everywhere you go.
You stupid. Hey,
Was
facts,
it Boys
though.
Market? I
was
think it was
facts.
Boys Market. Yeah,
Nah,
you got to dribble everywhere you go.
That was Boys Market at the time. Yeah, it was facts. Like, hey, you had to be, you had to bring it. You had to bring it.
Nah, but this my dude, though, man. We came up together. We used to share clothes, share shoes.
Yep.
We used to have sleepovers like little punks.
Yep.
We
All type of stuff. I used
Yeah.
to sneak down on the balcony with 2 stories climbing. And today, we used to have to get up to school the next morning playing video games all night.
How about ditching school together, going to the donut shop, smoking weed
Man,
for the first time, and
yeah.
Hey,
even
I got to even say, this dude taught me how to tie my shoes.
Man, taught you how to tie your
How
shoes.
about
that?
I taught myself how to tie my shoes. I taught both of my sons how to tie their shoes. I was
so
a teacher.
we got the gang together, man. It's gang. So I would just want to get into his story right now, because right now he's like a super chef extraordinaire. You know what I'm saying? Putting the hours in, getting his money like that. And I'll be checking him out on Instagram. He be making some magnificent plates. Like, it's real garnished up nice. It look real good, but I ain't never had none yet. What's happening with that,
But
man?
you know
Like,
what though, man? I be so busy, but I want to say, man, you know, as far as me being on my journey, man, I've been inspired by a lot of people that I've came across on my journey. Like you, Jihad, like a lot of y'all, a lot of my family members, like y'all inspire me a lot, and I'm grateful to meet a lot of y'all on this journey. And I try not to reflect so much because you still making highlights, man. But I'm just blessed to have y'all a part of my life, man. And
No, we appreciate you 100%.
well, look,
Yeah, no
this
doubt.
dude right here, this dude done got in touch with himself to where, like, he be on his meditation tip real big, and he was putting me up on that. He be telling me what books to read, who to study,
oh yeah,
like what music, what sounds to listen to,
oh yeah.
so I can enhance my meditation and talk about that, man,
Oh, yeah.
because like he be on that tip
I
heavy.
feel like meditation is important, man. I feel like getting in touch with your higher self and like trying to reach your higher self is very important, and knowledge of self is very important. And like you can't be out here like no 40-year-old or no 30-year-old. You gotta have knowledge of self. It's very important, man. And you know, a lot of people, they don't really talk about meditation like that. That's one thing I learned. Like, they try to sweep that under the rug. Like, they talk about law of attraction this, law of attraction that. Like, nah, man, it's about meditation. And it's not about that, but I'm just saying, like, it's deeper than just the law of attraction.
Is manifestation real?
I feel like, yes, we manifestate everything you then got and acquired in your life was a part of manifestation. Like,
This moment right here is manifestation.
Well, I would say this.
because you had to think it before you came.
It all
here.
starts with a
It
thought.
all starts with a thought, and people don't understand that.
Well, let me say this. I was just watching, shout out to All the Smoke. I was watching Mahmoud Abdul Rauf's
Up in smoke.
All the Smoke. No,
All
it's-
the smoke. Up
yeah.
in smoke. Yeah.
I was just watching their podcast, and I just posted on my story. Mahmoud Abdul Rauf was saying that sometimes you can spend your days thinking about negative thoughts the whole time, and you can manifest those. He's like, it's easier to go the negative route than it is the positive route. because you got certain things pulling you negative. Oh man, maybe it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's gonna. But if you spend the time and really lock in and say, "Oh no, we're gonna be straight. We're gonna do this," and visualize it, like you always talk about visualizing things.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest things I took out of it, because I'm like, I'm gonna be in the house over here. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I see myself doing these things.
Yeah.
And it always comes true when I stay dedicated and just locked in on it.
Yeah.
You know?
Charlamagne the God always say this: your thoughts become things.
100%.
Yeah, it's the same thing as manifestation, and like I said, like everything I ever got in life, I manifested to my kids' mothers, to the car I drive, to the job I got, to everything, man. Like the position I'm in now, man, I manifested it, man. Like as I look back on my journey, and if you sit there and take time to look at where you at now, you thought it first before you had it, and a lot of people
100%,
don't think
100%.
about that thing. Like a lot of people don't think of it like that, but it's real, man. It's real. And so going forward, you need to be careful about what you think about and what you want, and what kind of request that you ask the universe or God or whatever your God is, and what do you pray to. You know, you got to be careful when you put these wishes out there, because the universe is like a big genie lamp.
For somebody that's having issues in life right now, might be down and out, might be down to rock bottom. Who knows? They having issues. How do you unlock that gate so that you can start receiving your blessings? Like how did you do it yourself?
I had to get out the negative realm. Stop thinking so negative, because
Yeah.
as human nature, you constantly, we live in a world of duality. So it's like positive and negative. And like, you know, when shit going, you have to learn how to control the inside world and not control, like, and not worry about the outside world. So what's coming at you? So just because you have this, something negative going on outside, you can't really pay attention to that. You got to learn how to control what's in here, because everything starts within here. And once you learn how to control that and hone on in here, what's inside the brain, the internal side, then you learn how to control the outside, the outer world. But until then, if you don't learn how to control the inner world, then you'll never learn how to hone on how to control the outer world. But you have to learn how to control the inner world first.
The mind is powerful.
The mind is very
Deep.
powerful.
Very
and
powerful.
I had to learn that through trials and tribulations and just going through life.
You know, because my pops always tells me, he always says, anytime you put something in your mind to do something, that's a plan.
Yeah.
He always say a fool with a plan is better than a wandering genius.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait,
A
run that
fool
back.
with a plan is better than a wandering genius.
Ooh.
Message.
So, so me, I have a plan.
Yeah.
Like this whole podcast is because we said, let's do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The plan was, all right, let's make this, let's get everything we need and start being consistent. That was the plan.
Yeah.
If I didn't have a plan, I wouldn't be sitting here right now or doing the things that I'm doing. And like you always say, and this is one of the things that we made this podcast about, what is your purpose? Because you always say, can't nobody knock you off your purpose.
That's like a little inside joke we got from him, because he was like, don't let nobody knock you out your purpose, big dog.
I mean,
But here's
Yeah,
the
I
thing.
say
Yeah.
that.
Facts.
And when he
It goes.
says that, I was a person that always put everybody else's stuff before mine. Like, it's, for example, let's say I want to do something and it's like, nah, oh, you just shoot your podcast later. Nah. Tuesdays or whatever day is when I'm shooting this podcast.
yeah.
And I'm sticking to it.
Yeah.
Like you said, I'm not going to let nobody knock me off of what I need to do.
yeah.
Because I can be consistent if I stick to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's my purpose. My purpose is to change lives every day. I never knew that when my mom's been a teacher that I would end up in a school helping kids that come from foster care. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the only reason I'm doing this now is because we want to get music back in the schools. You know what I'm saying? But my mission was turned to help these children out right now. Change lives. Just me talking to a kid that's going through it emotionally. Hey man, don't ever let nobody tell you what you can't do.
Yeah.
Goes a long way for somebody. It may be simple, but if you need that reinforcement and energy, like a lot of people in the gym, hey man, like I'm like, damn, man, I'm trying to get it. No, you ain't trying to get it. You are getting it. Keep working hard. Like you can start seeing
Yeah.
when you put positivity out, nothing but positivity comes your way.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm on, and that's why we love to have you on this show.
See, him just saying that in conversation, don't let nobody knock you off your purpose. He wouldn't even have known that stick with us.
Yeah.
And like we be talking about that.
I wouldn't have, but I say that like about certain people you come across your journey. Sometimes a person will drop a jewel on you, and they don't realize that they dropped a jewel on you, and that was a moment, but it was a moment to me that you dropped on me. You know, I always say, I was just telling my son that just a while ago.
When you was just saying about how you can't control certain things like negativity that hit you, like you got to focus on the inside, not what's like, you know, all the distractions on the outer.
World.
I thought about I went on tour with J. Rue the Damager.
Yeah.
That's like this hip hop legend dude.
Right.
And we was out in Europe, and he told me he was telling me about nothing in the world is positive or negative. You got to look at it like that. It just is. So if something happens to you, don't take it as a loss or don't take it as a win. It just is.
It's an experience.
It's an experience.
It's to gain wisdom.
Yeah.
Wisdom.
Yeah. So and he was telling me once I mastered that, once I learned to just accept everything as it just is and stop like getting down about like certain losses or getting up about certain wins, it just is. Once he said, once I master that, that's the key to like, you know, mastering life.
No,
much.
I had to start looking at things like that. That's crazy that you said that, because I used to be like, well, who's to say that the sky is blue?
Right.
Who is to say that wrong is wrong? Who is to say right is right? It's all an experience. But it took time to realize that and register in my brain. And once I started looking at it, like, damn, like who are you to say that this color is blue? Or who is you to say like? And so when I started looking at it, I'm like, fuck, that's deep.
Like, let's say tomorrow I get fired from my job.
Yeah.
It's not a good thing or it's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
You never know, because from being fired from that job, I might get another opportunity that's way better than that one.
Yeah.
Or it might take me some time, but it might spark the fire within me to be an entrepreneur and start working for myself. And then it might be better. So
I get what you
can't.
said.
Yeah. See, you can't look at it as a loss.
That's
why
why
it just is.
Yeah. But
That's why, like, my mom used to always say, like, I think her teaching us how to be calm, like, my pops was like that too, but my moms would always say, like, let's say the lights get cut off. What you stressing about it? Light bill place closed.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing you can do about it. You can't change it, so just deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't let it affect you negatively. It
I
is
remember-
what it is.
Yeah, like,
But it comes back down to what I just said about the outer world. You got all this stuff coming at you, and then when it hits your brain, you like, oh my God, like da da da. But once you control the inner world, then you can control the outer world.
no, that's 100%. That's facts. That's a bar.
You know?
Once you control the inner world, you can dictate what the outer world does.
Exactly.
So all the listeners today, I'm looking in the camera. If you don't get nothing from anything that we said today, take this jewel. Stop stressing over your girl problems. Stop stressing over your job. Stop stressing over your bills. Stop stressing over things that you can't control. Just try to make the best of your life. Do the best you can.
Yeah.
But don't let those certain things put you in a bad mood or stress you out.
No, it's all fixable.
It's all
Yeah,
fixed.
everything is fixable. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no reason for nobody on earth to commit suicide. Anything can be repaired. There's always tomorrow. If you wake up tomorrow, that's a whole new start to mend relationships or repair whatever damage you have done in this world. Everything is fixable. So if you could just internalize that, take that with you, everything will be all right.
Yeah.
That's 100%. Like,
It's a beautiful world, man. Every day that you wake up, open your eyes, and rise, it's a new chance to do your best and to fix whatever wrong you have done.
I mean, that's how I look at it. Like every day I wake up, I'm like, whoo, I got
It's a
another
blessing.
shot. I got another shot. I got another shot to do something big. That's how I look at it. Every day I open my eyes, like, and then like as I get older, you start to look at it like every day is a new moment, and you want to stay. I try to stay in the moment more as I get older, than opposed to like, okay, my 5-year plan, like y'all say. Yeah, I say that, but then as, like I say 5-year plan, but
I
at the
got
same,
a 5-year plan.
yeah, but hey, I say that, but at the same time, I practice being in the moment more. Like, you know, because memories are worth more than money. And I say that, hashtag. I always say memories are worth more than money, man. Like, you got to stay in the moment and like, this is the moment we having right now. And then boom, it's gone after a while. Then next 10 minutes is another moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you got to learn how to stay in the moment because tomorrow doesn't exist. Yesterday don't exist.
It's not promised.
Only thing that exists is now. And
That's
it's
what-
so,
yeah.
and it's so much power in now, and people don't realize that. It's so much power now, and you could be whoever you want right now in your mind. You could be whatever you want right now. And like once you start to hone in how much power it is in right now, and tomorrow doesn't exist and yesterday doesn't, then man, whew, you'll be a cold motherfucker. Like you could be happy right now. So it's like the joy is in the journey. And I had to start realizing that the joy
Yeah.
is in the journey.
Joy is in the journey.
The joy is in the journey. So don't get caught up in yesterday. Don't get caught up in tomorrow.
I like
Stay
that.
in now. Stay in now. Enjoy now. I think when we come here on earth, it's meant to be happy. It's meant to be joyful. It's not to be meant to be stressed out or worrying about this motherfucker or that person and da-da-da-da and da-da-da. You got to learn how to stay in now because the joy is in the journey. And when you start being more happy and more like just joyful, a lot of things start to open up for you. That's what I started to learn. You know what I'm
See, that's
saying?
how you unlock that gate.
Yeah, you unlock the gate. You unlock the
Yep,
gate.
and you start receiving your
you start
blessings.
to receive your blessings and like, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
100%.
Yeah, man. And like I've seen it unlock, and I'm like, whoa.
Because it's
Shit.
always breaks down to like, how do you spend your 24 hours?
That part right there.
You know what I'm saying? Well, what did I do? Okay, I made an impact over here. I did this. I did that. You always want to leave. Like I always tell people, I can't afford to have a bad day
Yeah.
because that bad day that I think I'm gonna have may be an opportunity missed for somebody. Oh, he treated me like an asshole because I was mad because Starbucks messed up my pistachio frappuccino. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna take this out on the new person. That's why I always try to make my problems not anybody else's problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You could talk and vent because that's natural human things that you want to do.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna be like, yo, no podcast today because my girl made me mad.
Yeah.
What is that?
No.
What is that? You know what I'm
No.
saying?
And one thing I learned about being in the kitchen, you gotta have a short-term memory. You gotta have thick skin, and whatever happened yesterday, you gotta let that shit go, big dog. We coming back in there like, yeah. So what's the deal? La, 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 la. Like you might have been mad at one moment, but you gotta let it go. Move on. Short-term memory. You gotta have like Alzheimer's real quick. Like,
Yeah.
man, I don't even know what happened yesterday. So we
real.
moving on to this. We joking. We laughing. Da, 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 and you can't let that affect your day.
Yeah,
bro.
for real. Because working in like as a chef, that's a fast-paced environment.
Super.
So you can't dwell on like something that just happened.
5 minutes. ago.
Yeah, you got to keep it going.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because it's a chain reaction. If you slow down, then it starts to affect.
It affect
Oh yeah,
everything
and then
else.
and then in the kitchen they gonna temperature check you.
It starts
Like,
to
so-
affect the whole operation.
They know you pissed off. They gonna try to like temperature. Hey, what's up with you? You all right? You good? What's the deal? Like, da, da, da. You know, so you have to be like, you know, I don't know. I feel like you don't want to see people watch you. You don't want people to see you sweat, and so you have to be like tuned in, locked in, and be in good spirits, man.
Well, my thing is, I'll be like, you say you want people to see you sweat. Well, you see me sweating, pass me a towel. My mentality.
Yeah.
Hey,
No,
so
but I get what you mean.
to
Yeah.
double back on this meditation thing, man. I try it myself. I haven't you know what I'm saying, gotten in the start the Indian sitting Indian style and all that.
Yeah.
I do it when I can't sleep. Like I'll sit there, I'll close my eyes, I'll try to control my breathing, and I'll start thinking about things that I want to manifest. Like I'll start, like for instance, I watch a lot of homes on it's called is Manhattan Beach. It's called MB Confidential.
Yeah.
So if you go on YouTube and you type in MB Confidential, it's like all the $1 million houses in like Manhattan Beach.
Okay.
And so like it gives you like a virtual tour through all the houses. It'll show you like the bathroom, all the rooms, the kitchen, whatever. So I'll watch some of that on YouTube, and then I'll like calm myself down because I can't sleep.
Yeah.
So I'll calm myself down, I'll close my eyes, and I'll begin to meditate, and I will begin to like walk through these houses as if it's mine. Like I'm trying to manifest this house. So I'll walk through like the kitchen, and I'm seeing it vividly. Like I'm seeing the bedroom vividly, the backyard, the living room, like everything vividly.
You visualizing
I'm
everything.
visualizing
Yeah.
it, and that's my goal right there. And so I'm manifesting this shit, and eventually it's gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen, but I want to get better at it. You know what I'm saying? Like I know that you have literally like manifested your career, and you're better at this. Like you've told me about like you sitting up there meditating where you leave, like you have an out of body experience. I have not experienced that yet.
Yeah, but that comes from I went like a month straight before I got good at it. Like I went like a month straight.
So it's repetition, it's practice.
Yeah, it's rapid. That shit is repetition, practice, and when you do get it, it's a little bit scary. You might not be ready for it when it comes. So we live in the third dimension. When you go to sleep at night, that's the fourth dimension. When you dreaming to where you like, oh shit, that shit.
It's real vivid.
Yeah. Like you ever had a dream so so real where you wake up, you like, damn, that shit felt real. But then it's like only certain parts and pieces that you remember. And when you're trying to describe it to somebody, you like, well, I kind of remember this. I kind of
all the time.
That's the fourth dimension. It's dimensions and levels, and that's why I think that. I don't know. It gets real deep, like, but I just know that it's dimensions to it, and like we live in the third dimension, and it gets deep as far as like when like I could talk about.
But how often do you meditate?
I haven't meditated lately because I got to a point where I did get scared at one point. You know,
But when you were on your shit,
I started opening up my
was it like
chakra
once
points.
a day, or was it?
When I was on my shit for a month straight, no, I was on it every day, and I didn't sit in no Indian cross stance. I just sat in the chair.
Yeah,
Sometimes I'll
it's
sit in
different
my
way.
bed.
Yeah.
I'll just sit in my bed, or I'll just be laying down. Like you don't have to like be sitting in the meditation stance. That's how they try to teach you. But then it got to a point where I was doing it every day, and
Now, did you chant or did you like
breathing.
Is breathing?
Yeah, you got to work on your breathing techniques and like.
Yeah, it's all just taking like a.
But did you like vibrate your body like by going?
I listen
or-
to I would do that, but then like I listen to binary beats on YouTube, and then like the binary beats, certain beats will raise
Like
your
the bells,
vibration.
vibrating bells and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
it'll raise your vibration, and then that tends to open up your chakra points. And once your chakra points open, and then you visualizing what you want to be your higher version. I don't know what everybody higher version is and what your dream. Who do you want to be? Who do you visualize your higher version? Like I know who my higher version is. I'm not gonna say it. And what do I want to be? And so once I start, and that's like the happy place in my mind I go to. And so when I go to that person, I see it. It's like you creating this certain character, and when you create this certain character, you start to visualize this character to the point to where you see this character so vivid, you become that character, and you start to see it. It becomes scary to where you like, whoa, shit. You start to see it to like it's like clear, right on point, to where you like, wow, that's me.
To where it's like you watching a movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. To where you watching a movie to where it gets scary, and you like, wait, hold on. That's
maybe I have-
No. So you opening up your third eye.
Maybe I have done that because I'm telling you, like when I'm sitting there meditating, and I just gave y'all one of the manifestations.
Real
like,
quick, we're gonna come back to it. We're gonna take a quick music break, but we'll be right back, and we're gonna jump right back into it.
All my friends know my girls be the baddest. You ask me how I get her. Magic, I put my hands up on her body. Whisper in her ear after that she call me daddy. Call her your new girl, her and her best friend. All in the club, now you in love,
Excuse me, miss, what's your name? Got a pocket full of dollars, let me be your change. And I'm loving the way your body fit in them jeans. While we finesse, forget the rest, just take a walk in my dreams. Let's go, baby, with me, it's not a gamble. So much matters, you can call me Orlando. I ain't tripping off the money, I'm just trying to pass go. So say go so we can get this thing handled. Let's go, we're taking walks on the beach. You and your best friend, I call it a double tree. Get the best of both worlds when you fooling with me. Top dollar restaurant, or we can hit Mickey D's. Best jeweler in the world, or we can hit the swap meet. Ain't no shame in my game, girl, I'm straight from the streets, you dig? Watch City the Beast, keep whispering in my ear, and I'ma bring out the freaks.
All my friends, all my girls be the baddest. You ask me how I get her. Magic, I put my hands up on her body. Whisper in her ear, after that she call me daddy. Call her your new girl, her and her best friend, all in the club. Now you in love.
On the pursuit of happiness, you need passion. Before I met you, I never knew that I was lacking. Sharks in the water, so I gotta take action. Working with optimism, hope something positive happens. And they always told me opposites attractive. They might be kinda right because you quiet and I'm cracking. You humble and reserved and I'm active. You the type to get to the point, I'm the type to talk backwards. And don't worry about the label, here we go again. But hand me the dice, I already know who I'm rolling with. Look me in my eyes while we holding hands, and told me I could gain trust with this. Yeah, she said it's the key to her heart. I told her I can't finish whatever she about to start. And she ain't ever gotta worry about me as long as she keep it G and play a part. For real.
All my friends, all my girls be the baddest. You ask me how I get her. Magic, I put my hands up on her body. Whisper in her ear, after that she call me daddy. Call her your new girl, her and her best friend, all in the club. Now you in love.
Hey, so we back in, y'all. Welcome back.
We back.
We back.
What upper?
Man, I appreciate y'all with the comments and the feedback on the music, man. You know, that's some original stuff. Y'all know that follow this channel, but please continue to spread the word. The streams are going up. I appreciate all of that for Valentine's Day and everything that y'all do. And there's going to be more music this year. I'm actually going to be dropping a jazz album, so be on the lookout for that.
Tell them about that Valentine's Day song you got.
Oh, I got a record. You know what? I got a record. It's called All Time Valentine with Marissa Ford. We dropped it on Valentine's Day. Some of you guys heard it already. But yeah, I'll definitely put the link in there for that for you guys. But yeah, it's more to come. 2023, we taking over. Anyway, let's get back into it.
That part. So we was talking about manifestation, and I wanted to ask you, because me myself, when I'm sitting there trying to meditate, I'm trying to manifest like owning a multi-million-dollar home. So I don't know if I unlock all my chakras. How many chakras is it?
7 that I know of.
I don't know, like,
You got your crown.
When I'm at-
you got your throat. You got your heart chakra. You got your I think it's your belly chakra, and then you got your tail chakra. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know.
I just know sometimes when I'm at like,
Correct me if I'm wrong.
So
when I'm at like peak peace and I'm meditating, sometimes it feel like a movie. Like it feel like I'm literally really walking through the home that I own.
yeah, you visualize
Yes,
it.
visualization.
Visualization.
To the point where like I smell it, I see it.
Oh yeah, that's when you
I
know you
hear
deep
it,
into it. When
like-
you could taste it.
Yeah.
When you could taste, like I've meditated so much to where I could taste it. Like I'm like, you like, whoo, it felt like I'm here. Like and it's scary, and I can't describe it, but it's like you like there. It's like it's deeper than like nothing I can. It's like a cosmic orgasm going through you, like from the universe, and it's sending you energy going through your body. And it's like it's the best experience that I ever had since I've been a human. So where it's like, whoa, this shit is deep. Why they been hiding this shit from
Yeah.
people this whole time?
Yeah, yeah.
Why do they sweep this shit under the rug like that?
Well,
type
they don't
of
want
shit?
you to like.
They don't want
just
you to
like
know
we
it.
talked about on one of the episodes. We was talking about how fluoride.
Yeah, they put fluoride
Blocks
in to
your
close
third
your
eye.
it blocks
Yeah.
your third eye. Like they do all that type of stuff and not even just fluoride. It's a lot of shit. They
It's a
put
lot
in
of
our
things, the food,
to close
everything.
your third eye. Because just imagine if everybody walking around here with their third eye open, motherfuckers would be scared as a motherfucker.
Yeah. So I have a question for you. What's the difference between meditation and prayer?
That's a good ass question. I don't know.
Because when you pray, because I always say, like, people use prayer, I think, in the wrong sense sometimes. Some people will pray, oh, I got a parking spot. Look at God. Like, I
Jay,
know
you
this.
stupid.
Like, no, for real.
Funny, man.
For real, like for real. That's how they operate, right? My thing is always pray sincerely.
But you know what though? Like, I grew up in a Muslim religion, and you have to,
But see, praying sincerely is
and you know that.
I'm not gonna just pray because I need to pay this light bill at 5:00. I'm gonna pray because
see,
this is something I need that's gonna continue to keep me on this path. Because remember, growing up as Muslim, they would always tell us, don't be too far to the left, don't be too far to the right.
Yeah.
Seek the middle course
Okay, yeah.
in life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
But
be respectful.
But I
Like,
know, like, being a Muslim, making salats, you're praying, and like, you know, with that being said, it's like when you praying and you closing your eyes and you talking to God, I think you just still manifesting, because like you closing your eyes and then you asking for certain things in your prayer.
That's what I was asking.
Or if
yeah.
it's like you Christian, you like, oh God, please, and you're still calling and you're still manifesting because you're asking in your mind and you're visualizing what you want
Yeah,
that
100.
to happen, and then when it happens, you like, God did it, He did it. But we're a connection to God.
Yeah.
We're God's. We're connected to Him, and we have His forces and powers. I don't know how you would say that, but so it's like when that happens, you like, that was God who did it. Like, nah, that was you visualizing. I think that's just me. Some people will disagree with me. It's like, he's crazy. What is he talking about?
Nah,
I look at all the creations, I look at everything, and it is like you said, it ties back. Let's go back to the ape years when the evolution.
Yeah, of
Like,
mankind.
think about
Or the
it.
ape.
My mind, everything in here is off a plan of somebody's brain.
Yeah.
I want to make a camera that shows people's face, and when you record it, it's gonna look like you sitting in that same room. That's a plan. The iPhone, phones, you know what I'm saying? This is a plan. Like,
It was a thought.
but where did the thought came from?
The imagination.
The
The
imagination,
imagination.
and that's why I feel it's real. Like, it's deep. Like that. They want to close this.
Yeah.
Because anything like the movie, y'all watched the movie Limitless, right?
I haven't
Yeah,
watched that.
I've seen Limitless.
They say you use 30% of your brain, 20% of your brain.
Of course. We
That
don't-
movie was about using all of your brain or just certain sides of your brain to know that I can do all of these things. And he was accomplishing everything he set his mind to. That was the thing I got out of that movie. It's like, if I sit here and say, oh, well, yeah, man, you know, studio, I don't know if I'm gonna have a studio in LA. It's high out here.
Yeah.
Or I could just say, no, let me just keep grinding. I'll find one.
Yeah.
Each day I'll find one, and then get blessed with a situation. So I look at it just like, it's just a constant keeping your mind on it, like we've been talking about.
Yeah. I want to touch on two things that you said. You said, what's the difference between prayer and manifestation? For me, when I pray to God, for instance, I was born and raised as a Christian. Today, I kind of identify as agnostic. I think that's the word.
Yeah.
But anyway, when I pray to God, I'm just giving thanks for the things I have. Like, when I'm talking to Him, it's kind of the same process as meditation, but I'm just telling Him that I'm thankful for my health. I'm thankful for my friends, family, my apartment, my cars, my everything, like my life, my job. Like, I'm thankful for everything that He's blessed me with. When I'm like meditating, I'm trying to manifest something, like because I'm not gonna ask God for a winning lotto ticket, or I'm not gonna ask God for another car, or you know what I mean, like more money or a house or something. Like, I feel like you shouldn't ask God for things like that, because really, you don't know what, like, I don't know. I just feel like it's kind of like insensitive. It's kind of like not being thankful for the things you have when
But
you
let me-
asking Him for more.
But you know what I would
You know what
ask
I mean?
God for? What I usually do? God, give me clear understanding and vision.
Exactly. Things like that.
Everything else will fall in place.
Because when you pray to Him for material things, it's kind of as minuscule as like how you said, oh, I got a good parking space. Thank
Look
God.
at God.
Look
No,
at God.
God was waking you up to be like, man, today I'm going to go get it.
Yeah. So,
turn my mind onto the positivity, God. Keep the negativity away from me.
Yeah.
So when I feel like I'm praying to God, I'm just giving thanks for everything I have, and just thanks for being here. But when I'm meditating, I'm trying to unlock. Like, there's a theory that scientists have about a multiverse, to where there's like
I believe
hundreds and hundreds, or maybe thousands or millions of different versions of Earth and yourself. Like, there's a fat version of me, there's a in shape version of me, there's a rich version of me, there's a poor version of me, there's a handicapped version of me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like in the multiverse. And when I'm meditating, I'm trying to tap into that one that, for instance, let's say if I'm trying to manifest wealth, I'm trying to tap into one of the multiverses when I meditate.
Yeah.
But when I'm giving praise, like, I'm just giving thanks for everything I have.
But see, when I say, I get what you mean, but I take it a step deeper than praise for it. Like, for example, like, I could pray to God and say, connect me with someone that'll help me along the path of what I'm trying to do. For example, I need a studio, I need this and that. He's going to connect me to who I need to be with to make this happen. You know what I'm saying? That's where you kind of keeping your mission and your purpose.
Yeah.
You know, aligned with, like, God and God's, how they say, and Christians say, in God's image. But really, if you break down religion, it's all common sense.
Yeah.
It's no more complicated than what people try to make it. It's not.
And then another thing that you just said about how when you have negative thoughts, you bring negativity to you. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I ain't gonna be able to afford this studio, or oh, I ain't gonna be able to afford a house in Los Angeles. It's too high, or I ain't gonna be able to like do this podcast because I don't have enough time. I'm too busy. Or when you talk yourself out of stuff, it's like you defeating yourself before you even start.
Your purpose is defeated.
Yeah.
No, real talk.
So you gotta like be positive, and you gotta watch yourself about like how you think and how you speak, because your thoughts become things. You speak things into existence. So
All the time.
for instance,
speaking,
like
yeah.
if you got people around you, like homeboys around you, that always downplaying everything you say, or always talking negative, or always just got something negative about whatever they saying. Like, for instance, if you got a plan, if you got a 5-year plan, and you telling this dude your plan, and he like talking shit about it, like he downplaying it, like, oh, that's stupid, right? Oh, you ain't gonna be able to do that. You like, you know what I mean? You got to get away from people like that.
I see it. That should be a sound bite too.
You got to eliminate people like that from your life.
Yeah, 100%.
Because that energy, that hater energy, can attach to you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or
Right,
it
right,
could
right,
like affect the way you think about your path, and it could change it. So, y'all niggas is funny.
Nigga, duh. Hey, nigga.
Nah, but for real though, like, if you got negative people around you that's always like downplaying everything you say, or just negative about everything, you got to get those kind of people
Out
away
the way.
from you.
Hey,
No,
like
most
we
definitely.
always say, we haven't said it in a minute, but negative people gotta get out the way.
Yeah, for real. No.
For real, because they holding you back.
Yeah,
For real, man. That negative energy, it can halt. It can stop your blessings.
Yeah.
For real.
Well, shoot, man, on that note, let's go and get up out of here, man. Hey, y'all know what to do. JLEmusic.com. Get all the merch and, you know, the music and everything, man. And make sure y'all stay following us on the Mission Podcast. We appreciate all the great feedback. And to those people that's watching it, man, I know y'all watching, man. Don't be scared to comment. It's okay to be first. Man, tell them where they find you at, KG.
First of all, this podcast went way too fast, man. Like, I had so much more I wanted to get out, but maybe next time. But y'all can follow me on I'm more active on Instagram than any other social media. So on Instagram,
But we gonna get you active on all of them.
hey, for real. So on Instagram, follow me on Zulay, the number 2. That's ZOOLAY, the number 2. And on everything else, just Zulay, ZOOLAY. And check out the music on ZulayMusic.com. We got a project called Still Living Proof on there that you can download for free.
Yeah.
Or you could just go on any streaming platform like Spotify or Apple Music or whatever and just type in Zule and check out the music. We got an album called Undeniable on there. And don't be afraid to share this, man. Share this, get the word out. Let's grow together.
Let's do it. And Hakeem, where can they find you at?
Man, they can follow me at Taylor Tone. Yeah, on Instagram.
Taylor Tone, TaylorTone. Taylor Tone.
Taylor Tone. There you go. Taylor.
Hey, you know, maybe one of these shows he'll bring some food for us.
Oh,
you
man,
know?
no doubt, man. Let me know when, man. I'll cook something up, man, and bring it in for y'all.
Bruh, shit look really good, man, and I ain't taste nothing yet.
Oh, I had some of it. Yeah, we used to barbecue back in the day.
So I'm the only one left out.
Yeah, that part right there.
But man, y'all go and enjoy it, man.
Signing
Like
out,
next time.
That
It's
part.
been On a Mission podcast. What's your mission? What's your purpose? Don't be afraid to go after it. Peace.
Peace.
On a mission, yeah. You can hate, but I got tunnel vision, yeah. They be running like a mile a minute, yeah. But stay on track, cause I know the mission, yeah. On a mission, yeah. Whoa. Don't know what your position is, you not the one I'm messing with.